morning, everybody, on LinkedIn. This is funny. I have actually never done a LinkedIn video, and I just got back yesterday afternoon from the 10X Ladies Conference in Las Vegas, Nevada, and it was put on by Elena Cardone. And one thing that I realized, everybody that's watching this, and I already know this, but you kind of have to hear something 5 times to be able to go, oh yeah, that's right. Finally, you register it. So when I look at LinkedIn and the way that we think about LinkedIn, we think about it, or I think about it as a super uber professional platform, and everybody can't really speak their mind, and they care about what they wear, and they can't like say shit, they can't cuss, they can't be themselves, they can't, they just hold back a lot because they're so worried about what everybody else thinks. And one thing that I'll say is that anybody that is going to be working with me or that's going to be around me, I want them to know that 100% I am the real deal. I'm not saying that because people are like, oh, if you tout your whatever, then I don't believe you. But for real, like, I mean, I'm in my workout clothes right now. I'm on the way to the gym. I don't have my makeup on. I don't have any makeup on. And the point is, just a thought came to my mind where I realized a few things that really have changed the way I think about how people make you feel when it comes to interacting with them. And this can be whether you're an employee or you're an employer or whatever it is that you're doing in your day-to-day work life. Whenever it comes to people in your life, trying to figure out, do they stay, do they go? I want everyone out there who's looking at this video right now to think to yourself about criticisms that you get from employers, people that are in your life. It doesn't matter if they're your mom, whatever. And when those criticisms are there to break down, so you've got strengths and you have weaknesses. When you have somebody who is criticizing your weaknesses, that hurts. Sometimes when somebody's like, you're lazy, or you don't have your shit together, or they're saying you're not on time, that's unacceptable, or I'm trying to think of good examples that are really say weaknesses, or you don't consistently get online. You have to consistently get online and be on video. Those things, it bothers you because you're like, well, I try to, but it's just not good enough. But the thing is the people that are looking at your weaknesses, like your true weaknesses, and they're criticizing them, they like you, they care for you, they want you to do better. And so that's why they're saying things. Now, there's a different side to this coin. So if you think about what you're really freaking good at, like if you're a really good mom and you work your butt off to feed your kids and be there at practices and do your thing, or if you're like me and you're very professional and you make sure that you show up to meetings on time and you make sure that you, for me, just keep your freaking word. I mean, that is my number one most important quality about being professional. I respect other people. When it comes to their different viewpoints and opinions, it is okay for us to think differently and to share our thoughts instead of having to pigeonhole someone into thinking the way I do. I don't really care. I'll listen. So the point is on the flip side of the coin, when somebody is criticizing something that you know that you're good at, like, you're like, I love all people. I truly, in my heart of hearts, love all people. I'm not saying that to be ooey gooey, whatever. Even though I did grow up with a racist father, who always said things to me, I don't demand a certain race that I date, for example, or, I don't mind talking about things that people are thinking like controversial, and it's like, it's not controversial, it's just our day-to-day lives. Anyway, so I know that at my heart of hearts, I love all people, and if they are the same kind of person as me, if they bring value to my life, if they, criticize my weaknesses, want me to see me do better, they're welcome in my life regardless of whatever. And on the other, and I'm from Oregon too, like, I mean, I don't know, anyway, just saying. So we're kind of like, yeah man, whatever, yeah bro. So then on the flip side, when people are criticizing your strengths, so like, you're a great mom, that you're a professional, that you keep your word when you say you're going to do something, that when it comes to, and sometimes people, I think, mistake professionalism for how you dress. I think that's BS. Like, it doesn't matter. I mean, I can close sales in this. It doesn't make a difference. If I am adding value to somebody else's life, helping them get to where they need in their personal business, whatever it is, then that returns in my favor, regardless of what I'm wearing. And then all I do is just show up. I show up on time. I do what I say I'm going to do. And I don't really know how much more professional than that you can get. So anyway, the point is, guys, is that think about it, when it also hurts you and someone's criticizing something, it's usually their shit. It's usually their things in their head that they're calling you unprofessional, they're calling you a racist, they're calling you things that you get called. But if it's out of a place of looking at your strengths and the fact that, like, for me, this happened in middle school and high school, people would call me names and things, and it was because they didn't like what I did. I was friends with, like, the athletes, the skaters, the artists in school. I was friends with all the different kinds. I just didn't care. I like people. So anyway, someone had said a few different things to me this last week, and because of their opinion and really like their own shit in their own head, because they feel like they should feel guilty if a certain thing is said, and because maybe in their real head, in their mind, they are that quality, but they're projecting onto you. And so I had to realize, what? No, I know who I am, and I'm confident in who I am, and so there's no reason to, there's some, opportunities, if you will, that are no longer, or relationships that are no longer because of me being my true self. Well, that's okay, because then that's not in alignment with where I need to be, and I don't want to be for everybody. Never do I want to be for everybody. The values and the things that I stand up for are me making sure that in my personal and business life that we are standing up for people that are abused in codependent, toxic relationships, using real estate to create independence and being able to teach people how to have true freedom. So obviously every day I try to live with the attitude and the mindset of being completely free. So I don't want to let people, because the people that judge you, listen to this, the people that judge you and judge your strengths, and then they try to tell you, oh, you're not good at that, and they put that in your head. Like I said, not a good mom is a really good example. You're not professional, whatever. They'll keep saying that, keep saying that, keep saying that. And the reason they say that stuff to you is because they want to pull you back. They want to tame the tiger. They want to make sure that you are predictable, you are controllable. And so when you're working with other people, if they need to work with someone that is predictable, that they essentially have control over, and obviously that doesn't even kind of align with who I am or what I'm pursuing in life, that's going to hold you back. That is absolutely ridiculous. I don't need to be held back. And I have been allowing some people in my life that want to hold me back because they don't get it. They don't see the 30,000 foot view picture. They don't see how I'm going to change the world. They don't see what's coming because they want to feel safe. They want me to be predictable. And that's just not who I am. So you have to love people for who they are, and especially if they provide value to you in your life. That just shows me even more that I wasn't of value to them, and it's totally fine. I will find 10 people on the planet who 1,000% are on the Kaylee train, and they'll hop on and they'll be there forever. And that's what I want. I want employees and friends for 10, 15, 20 years, forever, because they know the real me. I'm going to consistently be me. And speaking of, I just got to the gym, and I am going to go work out before I go talk to some different groups of people this afternoon about getting into multifamily investing and creating more passive cash flow so that these individuals can have more free time and more freedom and more of life. So anyway, I'm just going to keep doing my thing, and I'm glad that I finally did a LinkedIn video, because I don't think I've ever done one directly to LinkedIn before, so that everyone that looks at my profile and that searches me can literally see the genuine, real, true me, not a bio, not a pretty headshot, not what you think we're supposed to be, but this is the real me. So happy hump day, happy Wednesday, and if you find yourself in alignment with what I do, who I am, or maybe for me, when I started this journey, internally, my internal self was screaming that I wanted to be who I am right now, and I'm still growing, don't get me wrong, but if you're that person who you're on that journey and you need a little push or you need a little bit of help, feel free to reach out to me, whether you get involved with my company or not. One of our values is that if we find an individual and maybe we don't have the direct solution for them, we're happy to put them in the right direction and redirect them to other people, because I know a lot of people that can help in whatever life stage that you're at. So I'm Kaylee McMahon, Apartment Queen, and I help